Hello everyone, welcome back for some more Let's Play Fate Grand Order. We are in the Paper Moon, the digital world. There are Rannies everywhere as far as the eye can see. And we are currently kind of dealing with, trying to figure out who's going to be what master, right? And the servants, which is fun and it's exciting because kind of like for once we're kind of doing a Grail War, you know? Like, crazy. Here we are in Fate doing a Grail War with like masters and servants and unknown identities. It's kind of cool, and I'm very excited to continue on with it because I'll be honest, this is kind of interesting to me. I know some people are calling this filler stall, but you know what? It's fine. It's Fate, and we're here for it. So, let's continue on. All right. We're off to the Desire Central Nerve. Reasons. Okay, we're going there for reasons. All right, we also got new things. Let's see here. What else is new? Right, we ran into the Prime AI of Defend. Looking all Xenoblade-y. Her name's DX, yeah? Which is a pretty good name. We ran into the Defend Rannies. Terms, what else do we have? Transfer. Primary role is, where AIs of this role primarily gather. They house the majority of Type Ts. Transmission and transport. It sells at work. Keep. This one is the one where they, prevent deterioration. Replenishment area. Grow, the agricultural zone, and build. They build new things, and maybe people, I don't know, malignant data. Heard about those? These are these bugs that appear, viruses, right? Yeah, we've learned all about this. Let's get going. Let's go. Data central, or Desire Central Nerve. Well, they said that all the AIs desire stuff, so maybe it'll be about that. Oh, it gets night here. How pretty. I feel like time passes differently here, so I didn't know you had night. We just have it to make things easier. The sky is just a big projection on the ceiling. Were we to observe from the outside, I doubt we'd see any meaningful difference between night and day. My guess is that they just use nightfall as a way to mark the end of a single conceptual cycle. Yes, that's right. Hey, let me ask you something. Can you lend your bow and arrow to someone else? Do they still work if someone else besides you uses them? What are you, stupid? I told you, I have no intention to do any work. No, I got that. That's why I'm just asking you to lend me your gear. Come on, what's the harm? Think of all the beautiful women out there I haven't even laid eyes on yet. I know they're too shy to talk to me, even though they absolutely adore me. With a little help from these arrows, they can have all the courage they need. Did you just... her? Never do that again. That was revolting. Anyway, what women are you even talking about? The only one around you right now is your master. Her? Believe me, I have no interest in an immature little brat like her. Even I can't believe how uninterested I am. That's concerning. Now, come on, let me borrow it. Don't you want me to have a bright future? Shut up. Imagine being told shut up by, like, a god in your pantheon. I think I heard him taking another dig at me, but that aside, I can't tell if those two get along great or terribly. They almost seem like... Hey, since you came here from the outside world, maybe you can answer this for me. That kind of back and forth between two people who trust each other with neither holding back, is that, what it's like between siblings? I'd say so. Don't ask Kinokunasu what things should be like between siblings. You could say that. Yeah, it is. I knew it. You know, I've always felt there was something nice about the idea of family. I don't know if it's a quirk I developed naturally back when I was a standard Prime AI, or if it came about as part of my randomized personality when I became a master. But either way, I think relationships like that are just so joyful, so peaceful, so warm. That's why, maybe I shouldn't be telling you this, but I win the Holy Grail War. I'm planning to wish for a family, one that can all live together. That's the vision I have for us. So if I become the next central governing AI and I get to customize this world how I like, I'm planning to make it so we can all get a little more diversity among the different AIs. I know we already have some differences between us now, but I want to make them more detailed and systematic so we can have something like real familial relationships. You know what would really help? Not having everyone be Ranny. Now, it's kind of crazy to say, but it's a little hard to make a family when your choice of girlfriend is you, and you. Your children will be you and you, and your rival is you. That's gonna make things a bit awkward. Oh, I'm sorry. Please don't get me wrong. I wasn't saying I wanted you to let me win or anything. I was just... No, it's fine. Go ahead. Let me hear it. You want to pressure your opponents. If you want something, don't be afraid to reach for it. Tell the whole world why you think you deserve it. In fact, you shouldn't even hold back if you don't deserve it. The heart wants what the heart wants. That's how I've always lived my life. Did you not see me just a minute ago asking to borrow the god of love's bow and arrow? I refused, if you recall. Besides, didn't living like that get you into all kinds of trouble? Oh yeah, that's right. There was something I wanted so badly, I was willing to start a war. That's why I fought. I have no regrets in that regard. Even now, I think it was the right call. Even if I were reborn 1,000,000 times over, I'd still do the exact same thing. And it's no different now. I'm fighting for what I want. We might be working together right now, but I have no intention of handing you the win when this is over. Be ready for that. So, what is it you want now? Is it coochie? Oh, you're really going there's coochie. Fine then, I'll tell you. I want everything. Wealth, glory, fame, pleasure, and so much more besides. Basically, I want everything I want. Don't even bother asking me something stupid like what I want more than anything. There's nothing like... No. There's no point in limiting what you want. Well, hang on, then how come you're constantly leering at every woman you meet for the first time? It's really gross, you know. Well, I guess I can't deny I do that. All I can say is that my heart keeps telling me to look for a woman. Probably a wife candidate. I'm an incredibly handsome prince after all. It just makes sense for me to marry a beautiful woman. Well, I guess that's a family too. As long as everyone's there because they want to be. Anyway, once I get my hands on everything, then I can be sure what I want will be there among it all. Now do you see the genius of my incredible wish? It's the whole reason someone as great and noble as myself would deign to help my master win the war. Once you become the governing AI, you can change this tiny world however you like, right? So first, I'm gonna have you build me an enormous golden palace. I'm gonna have it filled with treasure, delicious food. You are just horribly selfish, aren't you, Berserker? Wrong. You're just too small-minded. You could have any wish in the world, and the only thing you can think to use it for is something as insignificant as family. Am I really all that great? You have no idea how loud it can be living with 100 brothers. Of course I don't. Don't bring up such weird examples. Granted, my actual knowledge of normal ones is theoretical and not practical, but still. Anyway, at least you know what family is like. I am a little jealous of that. Oh, here's another question I hope you can help me with. If all of you were a family, would Kama and Sion be your daughters? Sure. That's the better answer. That's right. My little girl's the opposite of my... I would say we're more like siblings, so they're my little sisters. Let's go with that. What was that? Don't treat me like a child. I just happened to be in this form when all this happened. Then change. Don't lump me in with this shady alchemist. What do you mean, shady? There's nothing about my current form or thought processes which could be seen as shameful. In terms of ability, I prefer to think of myself as a trusted, supportive colleague, rather than a daughter or sister figure. But I will admit this is merely an expression of personal preference, and so I will not insist you think of me that way. Even if you did, I cannot guarantee it would make me happy. Furthermore, one's position in an organization is not something you declare for yourself, but rather... Play nice now. From where I stand, you're all just little girls out of the nursery. There's practically no difference. Did you include me in that? Need I remind you that I'm the prime AI of an entire partition? So? Huh? Do you all hear that noise coming from headquarters? I wonder if something happened there. Let me try the intertype comms. Huh. No one's picking up. That's weird. I did not ask this earlier, but do all AIs have comms functionality? Basically, all the AIs of the same type can communicate with each other over a network. It's a little more difficult between different types, though. You can only communicate with one other AI at a time. To do so, you have to exchange unit numbers first. There are other ways to communicate remotely, but those are typically reserved for emergencies. Anyway, right now, the Type R network appears to be down. So I can't get in touch with the other Type Rs at headquarters. I'm getting a bad feeling about this. Come on, let's hurry. Are we under attack? Yep. Oh, that's a new effect. No, those are... What are they? No, not the tentacle guys! You certainly took your time coming home. Don't you know you're supposed to lock up when you go out for a walk? Nope, wrong voice. I was, let's say he was saying it. Oh yes, it's very dangerous leaving your home unattended. You never know what could happen. Who is this little freak? And why does he remind me of Janice from Chrono Trigger? Let's see. So are we gonna actually fight you off here? Well, versus Caster, so yeah. Alright. Let's see what we gotta deal with. Come now. Did you really think I would let you escape? Ah, I love it. This, I gotta say, it is such a jump scare to give a year one unit new expressions. And just, you're not used to it. You've seen this guy in game a lot, and all of a sudden to give them a brand new expression sheet just makes you go, oh, that's scary. There's nothing better than plunging your sword into a woman's flesh, even if that woman is just a lifeless doll. I don't care how you get your kicks, Caster. Just make sure you devour all that raniment. Also, people were like, did you know this is a reference to sacrament? Yeah, I thought that was obvious. So obvious I didn't have to point it out. Like, when I first saw the word, it didn't make sense, but when they said it was like money and energy, I'm like, oh yeah, it's sacrament. You know, I thought that was obvious. Stop this right now. You must be Caster's master. Is that not obvious? Berserker and his master really are idiots. The System Grail War is a battle for resources. If you truly understood that, you wouldn't have let a blue blood like me waltz in and crack open your precious treasure chest. We may be different types of AI. We are still fundamentally the same, that we require the same resources. Breaking into and jamming your network was trivial. You never could do that, could you? The moronic look on your face tells me everything I need to know. Never mind that, just let them all go now. And why would I do that? You don't need to be from Grown to figure out what the most efficient way to harvest raniment in this world is. Or is to steal it, sorry. It was like, that's an awkward sentence, but there we go, yeah. Wait, don't tell me you actually plan to collect it from your own partition. Wow, just when I thought you'd reach the apex of stupidity, you showed me the heights you can soar to. Even an utter moron should have been able to see that this was the best solution. I almost pity you, seeing what an incompetent set of characteristics the randomizer stuck you with. You know, I can't put my finger on why. Something about this prick is really pissing me off. Okay, It's a young Makirizoken, isn't it? Zolgan, whatever. In theory, there's nothing wrong with taking what you want. In practice, only those blessed with lineage, looks, and talent can actually get away with it. Meaning people, like me. But a sniveling brat like you? Don't make me laugh. It looks like we're gonna have to fight. But please be careful. According to my calculations, the fact that he has chosen to show himself here means he's probably super strong. Or has some gimmick up his sleeve, right? He'll be doing some crazy, like we're gonna see like Dark Ascension on him. He's gonna be like, now I'll show you the coolest way to fight. And then he'll do like a crazy thing. We'll be like, whoa, what's going on? And then he does the stuff, right? Right? Anyways, I'm gonna go with Kill Cavalry. I'm going to bring in, though, because if I think about it, single targets are better for a single target. So let's go with you. And let's go with not bond level, rarity, please. Let's go with, let's see, where are you? Your single target and your single target, right? That's good. That's smart. And I think it's otherwise I don't need to worry too much about other stuff. Maybe I'll give that to you. Okay. Cool. Right? Single target, single target, single target. I just realized you have a little foo. I didn't even realize that. Booty. Okay. Well, let's just do this. At least for now, these fights have not been really difficult per se if you're strong enough, but I'm sure there'll be later on actual encounters that make me bring out my thinking cap. But right now, my press buttons and win cap is on, so I don't gotta worry too much about it. Because if it's just... Because he doesn't even have, like, anything too crazy. Never mind. What do you have? That's a lot of HP. That's a lot of HP. Restore HP when defeating enemies. Oh, he's doing some absorbing. Okay. Let's start with... Oh, we also have the Sion skills still, so that's good. Do a little bit of this to start. Maybe he will have some crazy gimmick still. If that's the case, we might have to actually come in with a plan. Golden Rule, charge gain, okay. He's not super strong. Well, then again, we're kind of using a weird team here. Okay. Let's get some meter for some single target stuff. Okay. Alright. We can get a Super Bunyan super off in a sec. Okay. Yes, we could do a Super Bunyan super combo. Okay. Do that. Yeah, let's go 1... Actually, let's go 1, 2 to get more likes, and then 3 here. Okay, 1. Good crit on that one. More likes. More likes is more damage. Also very fast, which is lovely to have. Okay. Golden Rule still gives him charge gain. But he won't get another one the next turn. Okay. Let's see here. I don't have a full combo with you. Maybe I'll hold off on that. Let's go... Just some more damage for now. Hopefully he doesn't Golden Rule to give himself enough meter for super right away. But his super is not... Oh, wait. Oh, never mind. Remove deep... Okay, well. Now, this shouldn't be an attack. This is just a weird buff, right? Right? Excuse me? That's not your noble phantasm. What the heck? Yeah, that's not your noble phantasm. It wasn't a real battle in the end. Okay. I could have done more, but... Huh. You're using the wrong noble phantasm. That was the caster's one. This is very strange. I don't know what noise to make for that. I can predict their every move, but there are just too many of them to keep up. Not to mention their overwhelming magical energy advantage.
Glorious. What could be more right than the strong violating the weak? What could be more natural than the righteous punishing the errant? It feels so excellently, scrumptiously good. But of course it does. Of course it does. Well, apologize, damn it. The scent of blood. The scent of blood. You did want to smell it, didn't you? Yes, of course. This punishment was inevitable. We had a pact. That's why this room will become a window into hell, and so my writhing fiends will devour all of you.
This is all unfolding exactly how I expected. So much so, it's downright pathetic. Did none of you fools think to plan ahead? Did you actually pay the central governing AI a visit without replenishing your raniment after your last battle? Well, my caster's been stocking up on raniment at every opportunity. Of course he would have more than you. I hate to admit it, but he's right. We've got a ton more fuel to work with than we do. This isn't looking great. Did you just call me a fool? Why, you insolent, stupid brat! Is it not you who failed to make any preparations whatsoever? Even the simplest of AIs could have seen this coming. Did you really think you were safe because you teamed up? That doing so would be enough to defeat someone so obviously superior? Fool is hardly a strong enough word. How can you not see that having two servants in a single area means dividing its resources between them? I have nothing to fear from such weak servants, not even two of them together. You should have tried thinking before waltzing in here. If I use my command spell, I might be able to boost my raniment temporarily. But what if it's still not enough to win? And even if I win this battle, I won't be able to use it again in the future. Is it worth the risk? It's over. The two of you together still can't hope to match my skill. There's nothing else to it. Sorry, did something just flash up in the background there? It's obviously the sprite that's going to appear in a second, but who or what? Really now? Well, what if we make it 3 then? Is it Beam? No, Landling. Oh boy, here we go. Oh my god. This would have been a crazy pop-off moment if they didn't actively advertise this. Without your hat, your hair looks even more stupid, buddy. I gotta say. I really gotta say. Landling is a very strange choice. Now, is this Lev? Is this Liner? Or is this... It's probably not Floris, right? Is it maybe both of them and it'll switch between them? I don't know. Hey, are you confused? Hey, please watch my my reading of the Fate Melty Blood crossover comic because it somehow explains everything. So, the tentacled creatures he seems to summon are familiars of a different appearance than the sea fiends. They are referred to as writhing fiends. Berserker. He wishes to gain everything he has ever wanted. Arrogant young master is in control, controls mysterious familiars. Despite being an AI, she wishes for a family. Yes. Okay. Let's continue on. This seems like it's all big story section. What the? Who the hell are you? We're guests. But then again, I guess there's no point in dragging this out. This guy here's a rider. And I'm his master. Rider Landling. Okay, sure. Are all the servants going to be changed to different classes than normal? That's kind of interesting. My name is... It's weird having a name as an AI, but once I became a master, I didn't feel right without one. What are you gonna do, right? Anyway, as I was saying, my name's Liner. Liner Guzhin. Okay. Which one's Liner? I need to remember. Liner was the second one, right? We heard about Lev first, then we heard about Liner, right? Yeah. Okay. He was the second one. So he was the one that met with Alco, I think? I will need to reread that one on my own. Also, hello? So you're a caster, huh? I'm here because I had something I wanted to talk to the leader of Repair about. I'd have taken a number and waited my turn, but since they didn't have any numbers to take, well... Maybe you ought to come back another time. You've got no idea how much power we've got stored up, right? Doesn't matter how lopsided the equation is now. One unknown variable is all that it takes to mess up your whole formula. No matter. We've already whittled down your resources and increased our own. For blue bloods like ourselves, failure's not an option. We can afford to take our time. Come on, Caster.
Yes, good point. It wouldn't be any fun to get these wretches' punishment all over with at once. They need to be even more afraid of me. They need to grind their heads into the floor in desperate apology.
Interesting. Rider Landling. Sure. Okay. I finished giving the Type R's first aid. Though, of course, some didn't make it. Anyway, I guess this means we owe yet another person our lives. Thank you, Rider and Rider's Master. That is who you are, right? That's right. Just like I told you, I'm Transfer's Prime AI and Rider's Master. Wow, they hit the randomized character button and got this exact person from the real world. That's crazy. Professor Lev? Liner? Huh? Why are you looking at me like that? Do you recognize me from somewhere? That's weird. The randomizer's creations are supposed to be completely, well, random. I swear to God, I swear, if this whole thing turns into like when you're watching a anime that's like, I played an MMO game and I pressed the randomized character button and it looked exactly like me. Like, I think the Phantasy Star Online anime did that. That sucks. If that's just where we go with this, that sucks. This sucks. I hate it. I hope there's a reason beyond that. It's entirely possible it sometimes chooses personalities randomly from some kind of base template. Not a lot we can do when it churns out someone completely unhinged. Anyway, don't worry about it. I might look like some guy you knew, but I'm a completely different person. Are you Prince of Landling, but a rider? No way. You recognize Ryder's face too? Well, his mask anyway. Damn, just my luck. Ah, well, I guess it was only a matter of time until our true names came out anyway. Go on, Ryder. Say hello. If that is what you command, Master. Otherwise, I have no intention of saying anything. I am but a tool. And no, that is not my name. I am neither a king nor a prince. Maybe I was known by that name at one point or another, but that's not who I am now. I am merely a sword, a warrior. Gao Changgong. Well, damn, that's cold. You built some pretty tall, thick walls around your heart, haven't you? Okay. Listen. So here's the thing. I know that each of these ordeal calls are like meant to be destroying or putting away, finishing up one of the one of the different elements, like the extra classes, right? I know that the next one is based on Avengers. I know that the summer one is based on moon cancer. I have no idea. And then I think the latest one that's happening in Japan right now is Ruler, I think. So that leaves, is this one alter ego? As in, we're facing alter egos of previous servants? Because that's not like Gilles de Rey, that's Bluebeard. And this isn't Prince of Lanling, this is Gao Chenggong, which is who he was, right? If that's what we're going with, that's also very interesting. So much so I get the sense you'd cut me down for real if I even tried to touch them. Gao Chenggong. That is the name of the general who is known as the Prince of Lanling. So I suppose that is his name as a rider. Okay, and what's the rider faction doing here? So my question is, who are you an alter ego of? Right? And Bhima, for that matter. That also makes me do some big think about Kama, of course. Isn't it obvious? We're in the middle of a system grail war. I came to have our servants fight to the death. Kidding! This is repair, right? I actually brought a subordinate of mine I need repaired. Buddy, with that face, you can't make those jokes. We can fight to the death whenever. Right now I've got other concerns. Huh? Oh my god! Uber Eats Ranny. That's so cute! Holy crap. Hello, I'm a Ranny series type T AI from Transfer. This is super embarrassing to admit, but I had an accident on my last route when a bug came out of nowhere and surprised me. Oh my, so you're here for treatment? And these two escorted you? Yes, exactly. I don't think you should drive a Vespa in a hospital, but that's just me. I see, but why would you go all the way to an enemy's headquarters in the middle of a war? I get where you're coming from. True, it's not like this is the only way we could get her patched up. We could have flagged down a Type R visiting another partition and asked for her help, or sent a formal repair request. Hell, we could have even used an emergency roadside repair kit. But now that I'm a master, I'm finding I have a new desire I never had before. I find myself wanting to look around and see all kinds of new things for myself. So here I am, seeing Repairs HQ in person. There's so much you really can't understand until you're taking a good look at it, right? So I thought I'd come do that just for this place. I see. That's weird. What do you think, Tanner? I can't explain it very well, but I can't help but be a little suspicious. This is the obvious reaction, yes. I am pleased to see you approaching this rationally. Yeah, that tracks. Well then, how about I just don't do anything where you can't see me? I'll even order Ryder not to move either. I can't get up to any funny business with you watching me. I definitely can't go around wreaking havoc on my own that way, yes? We're not going to take our eyes off you, but if you're okay with that, fine. What about you, Ryder? You don't mind your master going off on his own? If this is what my master wants, I will abide by his orders. As I said, I'm no more than his tool. I see. Hey, how about lending me a Type R to be my guide? I don't want to have to shout anytime I want to ask you something. I think I'll start by asking about the treatment pods and medical kits. Oh, wait, maybe I should start with this building. So many things I never paid attention to before, and now I'm curious about them all. I agree, he is weird. I don't know how else anybody could put it. So, what, did he really just come here to see how Repair treats AIs? Well, at least he helped get us rid of Castor. I can at least say I genuinely do not sense any hostility from that master or his servant. I do sense a great deal of caution on his part, or rather, determination not to get too friendly with us. He's just standing there with his back to the wall. Some type of loner. Here we go. Scanning, and we're done. Wow, the treatment was as fast as one of our deliveries. Please accept this raiment as thanks. Thanks for that. Now, where's your master gone off to? Oh. An almost perfectly complete world that inevitably leads to the future. Fascinating. Seriously fascinating. Oh, are you done? Yes, sir. Man, all the time he's been here, he hasn't tried anything suspicious. Okay, let's head back then. So what, you really only came here for a tour? I said as much, didn't I? Future is bearing down on us quickly. We don't have any time to waste. And even so, you still don't want to fight today? No, I guess I don't. This can all be over once we fight, and I feel like I'm not ready to say goodbye to it yet. The caster pair, on the other hand, seem to have very aggressive personalities. I don't know if they'll try attacking here again or somewhere else next time they make a move, but either way, I'm pretty sure it won't be long before they do. Yes, I'm sure it will not. I've already calculated as much myself. Hey, while I'm here, let me pay you for the tour with some information, as well as raiment. We're from the transfer partition, and we have a rider, so we're a good deal more mobile than the other AIs, which let us scout out some of the other partitions. We didn't get a super in-depth look, but it was enough for a rough sense of things. You may already know this, but Build's the one with Caster. It looks like Grow has Saber, and Keep's got the Lancer. That is going to be Medusa, and that's going to be Bhima. Which one was where again? Oh, hey, perfect. There's the full map. Here. As you can see, Repair's neighbors are Build and Transfer. Grow and Keep are over here. So there's no Archer and no Assassin. The two things that comma can represent. Huh. Okay. Got it. I'm pretty sure I don't have to tell you at this point, but the Caster's camp was the one being the most aggressive right now. As far as I can tell, the Saber and Lancer camps have yet to make any moves. I don't know if that's because their masters just aren't combative, or because they're building up their strength for part of a more elaborate plan. You say that includes the Lancer's camp too? Yeah, that's right. So far, they haven't done a thing. Hell, they haven't even left the partition. So they're either not aggressive, or they're busy planning, huh? Neither of those can be right. Not in his case. Is something wrong, Berserker? Huh? What, with me? Of course not. I'm the same as always. Anyway, we should start heading back. But hey, I'm sure we'll see each other again soon. Real soon. We don't have any other choice after all. So my question is, right? Medusa, we saw her there. How is she an alter ego? Is it that this is like her human form or something, right? Maybe more human-ish, as in before she got turned? That'd be interesting. And as for Bhima, I don't know. I don't know enough about the Mahabharata to explain. Now then, how to actually get back? Huh? Are you saying you want to try racing Mr. Ryder's horse against us? Transfers high-speed assets? Because that's sure what we heard. What I heard, huh? Well, that wasn't my intention. Let's do it. We're the fastest beings in this world. We can't afford to lose a race. Hey, don't ignore me. You're refusing to talk with anyone who isn't me, Ryder? If you order me to, I will. If you don't, do not. I will not. That's all there is to it, Master. Wow, Ryder Landling's boring. I'm happy we don't have him. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Don't expect me to act of my own accord for any reason. I will never make a move, fight, or use my noble phantasm of my own volition. I will not do anything at all without explicit permission. In exchange, I'll do everything my master commands. That's my only purpose. If, as my master, you are hoping for me to perform my duties in a way that exceeds your expectations, then I am probably the worst servant you could have hoped for. I am but a sword. No, as a rider, I am no more than a horse. Point me in the direction you want me to go, and I will run at your command. Yes, that's right. Everyone knows what happens to tame horses who run off on their own. Buddy, we're not going to send you to the glue factory. I think you're fine. I'm more of a thinker than an instinctual actor. If that approach leads to fewer unknown factors, well, it'll make things easier for me. So, no, I don't have any problem with it. All I want is for you to work hard for the future. So, now what? As a Type T, I'd prefer not to pass up a chance to show off my skills. I'm especially good at hairpin turns. Hey, I was talking to you. Well, if I'm being honest, I don't really care much about speed. If I'm really in a hurry, I'll just use my own machine. Come to think of it, I remember the Prime Transfer AI had a special high-speed asset in the form of a motorcycle, the one with the funny-looking handlebars. Oh, you have a chopper. Oh, you have a chopper. Okay. I never took him for a chopper guy. I didn't take him for a Harley rider, but all right. I do, but I left my chopper back at the base. Though when I do want to move quickly, I don't care what kind of vehicle I use. Still, my focus right now isn't just on covering distance. I want to really take in my surroundings. That means I'd prefer a different method of transport. I'd like one that lets me focus on speed as well as observation. That's why I had you ride here on Ryder's horse with me after we picked you up. So, does that mean you don't need a speedster like myself? Not at all. In fact, it's perfect you're here. You see, I do want to get back to HQ and start going over the information I learned today. Plus, giving Ryder a chance to rest would be a good idea too. So yes, I would like to use your vehicle to go home. Just don't give it too much throttle. Because if we happen to come across something interesting on the way back, I'm gonna have to stop to examine it until my curiosity is satisfied. It's really hard to understand that all of these people were Rannies turned into these people, you know? I know it's like the Ranny is just the base form and you could really, do whatever you want, but it's a little weird to follow, you know? Okay, we need to update our comms protocol to make sure we stay in touch and get back here at a moment's notice if anything happens. So a layer of encryption, make it extra strong, and is there anything I can do to help, or? Thanks, but I'm fine. I'm Repair's Prime AI. This kind of thing is part of my job. Why don't you all go ahead and rest up? Don't worry about me. I'll get some sleep too once I'm done with work. Oh, yeah, wait. AIs sleep? How do Type Rs usually sleep? The Night Watch girls remain on active duty while the rest enter their management pods. As for you guys... What to do about you? Management pods are kind of rough and bulky since they're designed for AI, so I don't think you'd find them very comfortable. Don't worry, I'm used to camping out. For the time being, I think I'll be fine as long as we have a place to lie down. Though it would of course be best if we had a single room where the three of us could rest together. I would prefer to avoid each of us having our own room. Why? You still suspect me? Are you up to something, huh? It is not just you. It is of paramount importance that we keep Tanner safe while he sleeps. There is nothing more to it than that. Or do you have some kind of problem with it? I kind of feel like you two aren't entirely getting along. Probably just imagining things, though. We have plenty of rooms that will suit you, so I'll just show you to the closest one. Okay, good night. Do they even have the constant... Oh, those... I mean, I guess those are beds, kind of. Okay, we can use towels as blankets and pillows. I think we're fine. Not too big, not too small. There are proper beds here. There are no proper beds here, but there are enough exam tables for us all to rest on. And it seems like they let us both keep an eye out for possible intruders and secure an exit route. Great. Then let's go to bed. It's a perfect chance to immerse ourselves in the most familiar, most inescapable form of depravity there is. And of course, I'll be there to escort you every step of the way. Thank you. Your bed's over there. If you like, I can employ my ether light to reposition you, forcibly if necessary. Fine. Whatever you say. What's the harm in sharing a bed anyway? It's an easier way. It's easier to keep him safe that way, you know. Stupid Melanceon. I knew it. Something does not feel right. Is that really the Kama we know from Kalia?
Has there been any signs that it's not?
I've kind of done all of her interludes and all the story and stuff, and it kind of tracks all with her. I don't think there's anything too weird about it. Huh. Okay. 8 new things. Okay, Ryder. He may look like Landling, but he performs the war's real name. Okay. Ryder's master. Tall, rugged-looking man. Calls himself Liner Guzhin. Though he shares a face and a name with someone called his master once knew, it's unclear whether he has any relation to the person in question. Okay. The Type Ts. God, all these Rannies are really cute. I love these designs. Transporting objects, they move farther and faster. Each of them is programmed with a transportation asset which looks like a mini bike. Their speech tends to be vague and elusive. They pursue individuality, which is unusual for AIs. They're similarly unafraid to show up their abilities and are invested in concepts like being speedsters and, more importantly, being the best. I think having them strive to be the best makes a lot of sense. Transfer, houses the majority of them and transport goods. Rider of, just the domains being added pretty much. Yeah. World structure, yeah, so we got that there. Right, we know about that. Cool. Let's continue. Oh, black and white in the past? Is this a dream? What are we doing? Who's having this dream? That's the question. It's us. Huh. Are you having trouble sleeping, Tanner? I'm sorry, did I wake you? No, you did not. Remember, you and I are connected via Etherlight now. One of the things this means is that, in quiet times like this, I'm keenly aware of your physical condition. So I can tell right away whenever you wake up. When your pulse is spiking, as it is now. What's got your heart racing anyway? I haven't even snuck into your bed yet, and you shouldn't. You shouldn't! That said, I've got a pretty good idea. Well, go ahead and tell us anyway. I can lend you... Well, it won't be sympathetic, but it is at least an ear. So go on, spit it out. You've been avoiding certain things, trying not to talk about them. You just can't hold back any longer, right? The fact is this us speaking? Wait, hold up. MC monologue time? The fact is, ever since I came to this world, there's a hard truth I've been avoiding, telling myself I didn't have to think about. But it's just not true. I want to be very clear about that now. To who? To myself. Who else? I want to remind myself that I don't want to look away, that I don't want to pretend like this is fine, because a sense of unease is like a knife in the heart, and it won't let me forget, even in my sleep. Even if these people are AIs, they shouldn't be used like that. We're having the Megman Battle Network quandary. I knew you would say that, just as I calculated. You do know they're not actually alive, right? They're just constructs of people running on programming. Even knowing that, you still won't stand for them being killed the way they were? Yeah, that's right. As an alchemist, I come from a long line of rational thinkers, so I feel compelled to say this. In light of this world's rules and the conditions for winning this war, Caster's actions are entirely rational. At its heart, this Holy Grail War is a scramble for resources, the magical energy equivalent its AI residents possess. And since each faction has their own territory with a certain number of AIs, the most efficient way to obtain that resource is plundering it from other territories. There is an additional beneficial effect to this method of plundering. By killing another territory's AIs, you not only gain raniment for yourself, you also deny it to your opponent. There can be no arguing that point. So if I were to approach this rationally, we should at least consider employing the same tactic in our effort to win this war. However, no. I won't let Ayas and Duradhyana do that either. Right. I thought you would say as much. I accounted for that in my calculations as well. You are the one who led Kalia to victory against Goetia, after all. Hmm, I really don't like that know-it-all look in your eyes. No fair. Being his yes girl and indulging his every whim is supposed to be my job. So when a rank amateur swoops in and steals what should be my job, what can I do but gripe about it? I guess this counts as love too. Alright, let me just make extra sure. It's entirely possible these AIs aren't alive at all. They could just be tools that are automatically regenerated after some time has passed. Even knowing that, do you still want to take a handicap like that going into this fight? I just don't want to see anyone looking to me for help and not do anything to help them. Yeah. Well, this is really only a matter of time, so it's not like anything's really changed. You're expecting me to say something about it? Tough. I'm quite sure there is meaning in discussing and clarifying our plans going forward. Our goal is to return to the outside world by winning this system Grail War. To do that, we'll cooperate with the Berserker faction and share their territory until we are the last two remaining. We will not resort to short-sighted means for replenishing our resources like killing AIs. And we will not tolerate anyone else doing so either, even our allies here. Is that what you want? Might not be the most rational choice, but yeah. That is all right. Reason does not dictate all things, nor is there always one right answer on which we all agree. Yes, I suppose this is what they call... I knew it would come to this. You value such honorable approaches to combat above all else. Your actions are not based simply on what is rational and practical. They've always been guided by something you hold deep in your heart. Anyway, you're not Arceon. I don't think so. You're acting so different, right? Anyway, I guess that concludes this discussion. I'm sorry, Sion. Do not be. Whatever our disadvantage, you'll have me at your side. And according to my calculations, we have a 100% chance of making it out here that way. You have nothing to apologize for. Now, unless there's something else we need to discuss, perhaps we should all go back to sleep. Oh, while we're up, might as well ask. I get that you just happen to know who that rider was, since coincidences like that have happened before. But why are you acting a little weirdly toward his master, too? I can't... We can't remember him? Did... When was that revealed that we can't remember Lev? Huh. That's strange. So, even the name he gave us sounded both familiar and different to you, huh? I posit that you were not imagining things. Every one of us here now is different from our usual selves in some way. Part of that is probably due to the bugs you are experiencing in your memories. Okay, so it's just a memory bug in this world. Those bugs are kind of like hard drive errors, so they are not something I can fix with Etherlight. That we cannot find an answer to this is certainly aggravating, but devoting too much of our focus to it will not help matters. For all we know, it may be nothing more than what he said. Maybe when the randomizer made him into a master, it mixed in or randomly chose a pre-existing model of some sort. That's so funny. The fact that she's like, maybe they're just reusing assets, even though it's actually a brand new asset. Wow. And now, we may have an idea of who that model is based on, but we cannot clearly remember it. Incidentally, how do you feel about his personality? I think he was a completely different person. If the randomizer really was only using appearance data, we may not have much cause for concern. Though of course it is hard to say for sure since we still do not have much information to work with. On the other hand, you do not remember ever seeing Ias before, right? No, nothing, no. Ias is also weird because yeah, she's like, there's straight up nobody that she's based on, I'm pretty sure. Then for the time being, all we can do is watch how things unfold. I swear, this world is just endlessly weird. AIs using faces of people you recognize, people shrinking. We'll have to keep our guard up. But anyway, we really are done talking now. Let's go back to sleep. Say, I know. Want to try something to keep the nightmares away? I think I can manage to come up with something. Like, hey, stop. Stop. What if you had a perfectly shaped body pillow to hug while you slept? Say, hypothetically. Right. Good night. Inducing sleep in 3, 2, 1. Did she just turn me off? Yo. NyQuil goes crazy. Hey! Good. Now I can't consent, which means you can't touch me because I'm out like a light and I didn't give consent. And you shouldn't do stuff if there's no consent. How the turns table. Okay, let's continue. Is a long node. This node just keeps going. It's also like all story. It's been a while since we've had one of those. Okay, we're finished upgrading our comm security. Everywhere that was ransacked has been tidied up too. Perfect. Right? I'm looking at her. Nothing about her comes across as a character that exists. My only thought, okay, listen. My only thought looking at her, and this might be just a crazy hypothetical, is this what Parvati is meant to look like? Because I can look at this, and if you were to say, like, this is meant to be like Parvati, I'd be like, yep, that makes sense. Much more than using Sakura, right? That's my only thought for this, the data that went into this person, right? Because you do kind of resemble it, but we'll see. We'll see. Come on, everyone. It's the start of a new day. Let's make sure it's a great one. Okay. Good morning, many rannies. Morning. Did you sleep okay? Well, I'm feeling good at least. Amazing what happens when someone knocks you out. I am using the ether light to manage your physical condition as well, so you should be in fine shape for the time being. Good morning. Once again, welcome back to your trip to the central area. Good morning, and welcome back. Are you hurt? You don't seem to be. Good morning, and welcome back. Scanning for damage. None detected. It seems you either did not sustain any injuries in last night's battle, or your injuries have already been treated. Too bad. Good morning, and welcome back. Please understand that we're not disappointed you're okay. We were just excited to possibly have a chance to demonstrate how useful we could be in our capacity as healers. Wow, he really is popular. Randy surrounded him in no time at all. I think they just want to show off their skills to him. Plus, as healers, we naturally want to patch up any damage we find. And since none of you are AIs, treating your injuries is especially fulfilling. Though I don't think they'd be this excited if they didn't want to pay Tanner back for rescuing them yesterday. If anyone should be getting thronged by groupies, it's me. It's really starting my day off on the wrong foot. Aye, all right, all of you, get out of here. Report. This is tyranny. Report. Frankly speaking, you're in our way. I'll transition to standard distance mode if I must, but I propose lowering our internal individual affinity rate. Oh, man. Proposal accepted. Base value updated. Wow. Basically said all of you, like, everyone should just base affinity level down. That's really bad. Hey, what was that? I'm supposed to be everyone's favorite. Should I be aware of whatever just happened there? I'm sure it's just your imagination. I knew it. Things being live like this is kind of wonderful. Casually exchanging information among trusted allies of a similar nature. Yeah, it's nice. It feels like family. Exactly. You think so too, right? I guess you remember what we talked about yesterday then. Of course I remember. I also remember how Kama and I were assigned the role of daughters against our will. To be clear, every time this topic comes up, I will continue to deny that there was anything childlike about me. You see, I measured us carefully. In doing so, I determined that I'm approximately 3 centimeters taller. Is Kama gonna be changed into her further ascension? So I believe that the difference is more than sufficient to remove any need to lump us together. On top of that... Wait, where is Kama? Hey, yeah, she's not here. Yes, thank you. What are you so panicked about? I'm right here. I just decided to freshen up and pick some flowers, so to speak. That's all. Why did you make yourself bigger now? No particular reason. I just thought the morning of a new day would be a good time for a change of pace. Besides, it's not like you want me to stay this small forever, right? I definitely know you at least that well, Master. True! I don't like children. Wow, you're bigger now. Did you install a new avatar program or something? You could say that. I might look different now, but I'm still exactly the same person I was before. Yes, that's right. Just like changing my outfit. There's no deeper meaning to it. I guess you divine spirit servants really are cut from a different cloth. Must be nice being able to change your appearance at will. It does feel kind of sudden. I don't know why she decided to do this now. You don't? Really? I wonder what kind of human could be capable of taming a god of love, but now it all makes sense. They say women prefer not to fight with the same weapon when on the same battlefield. They can't even stand it when someone else wears the same color clothing they do. But there you go. Must be the same for gods it is for humans. Huh? I'm stupid, I guess. Yikes, if looks could kill. Alright, better zip these lips. Anyway, we're just about to replenish our Ranny Mint materials. Did you want to join us? You said Ranny Mint is a conceptual factor that is this world's magical energy equivalent, and these particular materials comprise this world's physical substances, right? That's right. So if you wanted, you could actually say we're about to have a meal. Grow makes the materials, and Keep processes them and adds trace amounts of Ranny Mint. Here, see for yourself. Oh, it's like fluoride. Oh, I love it. Delicious fluoride bar. Clean your teeth. I see. So these are what you AIs ingest to restore your Ranny Mint and address any physical deteriorations. I see. Well, this certainly is a meal. The amount of Ranny Mint we get from these is just enough to offset what we use in our daily routines, so I don't think it'll be enough to give us an advantage in battle. But since you're on the same positions as AIs yourself now, I think you should be able to eat them too. Want to try some? Well, we do need to replenish our energy, so yes, once I've verified their safety with my Aetherlight, we would love to. Wait. Report. Leader, did you know that Keep has been sending us materials like this recently? Non? That looks like really good non bread. You want non bread that has like that droopy shape? You want non bread that looks like a giant penis on one end? Because let me tell you, when you dip that penal looking non bread in your curry, you go to heaven. The best one I ever had, I ate under Platinum Games. Yep. When I went to Osaka there, I went to Platinum Games' headquarters. Couldn't go in, of course, but underneath it, in one of the bars that inspired the Gates of Hell from Bayonetta, I had non-bread and curry while surrounded by Platinum Games employees. Little did I know, they were probably planning to all leave. Oh wow, I didn't know they were making things like this nowadays. Yeah, looks like Indian naan. What? Hello, I'm the one who brought these materials here. Oh, hello. From your unit number, it looks like you're the Type T rider brought here yesterday? Yes, I am. Thank you again for treating me. I wanted to pay you back, since I'm one of Transfer's fastest. I thought I would bring you some of Keep's latest materials. Why, thank you. Here's some Ranny Mint for you in exchange. You're too kind. That's an expression. Is something wrong? Well, we transfer AIs actually... Oh. We gotta get out of here. This is a lost belt we gotta get rid of, guys. We gotta close the singularity. Any world with a tip system, we gotta kill. I hate tipping. When I go back to Canada and I gotta remind myself, all right, we got a tip here. I hate it. I hate the moral quandary every time you go to tip, because it's like, do I be a good person and give them a 25% or whatever the hell's the default on the machines nowadays? Or do I be sensical and say, you just delivered my food. You just literally did your job. Why would I pay you any extra? You like, and I stand by this. People are like, well, if you tip, they'll do better stuff for you. And I'm like, what could tipping someone do for me? What can they do extra? I want you to do the bare minimum of your job. That's it. I don't need you to talk to me. And when like the waiter comes up and they're like, they're like, just casually chatting with you in a way that is just because they want to get an extra tip. I'm like, that's really scuzzy, you know? That just sucks. And call me a horrible person, but when you've lived in places without tipping and you see, oh, you get just as good quality service in places without tipping, it's just tipping exists to not pay people full wages. And people who are like, oh, well, you can get paid more with tipping, you may get paid more on like once a week. Wouldn't it be better? Once a month. Wouldn't it be better to be paid a normal amount every day? Anyways, that's my anti-tipping rant. We gotta kill this lost belt. Each of us is very competitive, but since we're all equally fast, we can't really compete on speed alone, so we're programmed to be jubilant when we receive a tip. Oh, right, you are, aren't you? Let's see, what can I give you as a tip? I don't suppose you have anything, do you?
No, I don't. How about you, Kama?
Oh, fine. So I can weave you a flower or something. It'd be totally fake, though. How's this? Oh, cute! Great. I feel like my speedster fashion sense has really evolved. Thank you. I look forward to my next delivery to you.
Wait, that's actually really cute.
Now then, well, we appreciate the gesture. We also need to be careful about the risks. I have scanned these non with etherlight, and I confirm that it is fundamentally no different from the objects which look like energy bars. The only difference is that their peripheral data has been carefully arranged so that they have been seasoned with unnecessary ornamentation. Or to put it in terms more familiar to us, they have been given extra flavor and aroma. We don't care which kind we consume, since they're functionally identical. But since you're from the outside world, I think you'll find this kind more to your liking.
Well, if you don't mind us having these, then I gladly accept.
Well, these are a way to replenish our magical... Ranny mint. I guess I should have some too. How about you, Berserker?
Forget it. I wouldn't touch those with a 10-foot pole, which I'm holding in my hand. You have them.
Huh?
So I wasn't seeing things. I knew it. He's here in this world too. Yeah. He's food. Oh my god, is he out here cooking? Yo! Oh my god, he's got a little butcher knife. The wind feels oddly restless today. Is it scared of something? Or is it?
Oh, that's really cute! Could you quality check this for me, Chef?
Oh, sure thing. Trying something new, are we?
There's no point in trying anything new. For a Type K, there is nothing more important than stability. Although, I suppose that does beg the question of why we wanted you to teach us your material processing techniques in the first place. Well, a lot of factors went into that decision. After comparing the advantages and disadvantages,
it simply means you prefer things which taste good to things which don't. Nothing mysterious about it. Now, let me have a taste. Not bad. Not as good as mine, but it passed muster. You can take pride in serving this to anyone who wants it.
Hello, it's me, your dependable transfer speedster. I'm here to pick up your latest processed material shipment. Okay, time to drive like the wind.
All right. I'm gonna go check in on my master. I think today's dish came out pretty great. We'll have to see if she agrees.
What was that nefarious Middle Eastern music? Hello? Holy crap. Whoa, whoa. Yeah, you were in the opening. Your design's crazy. Your... comma. Your comma. Right? That's what I'm supposed to get? I think Ayus is Parvati, and I think you are Kama. I think this is their goddess designs, not demi-servant, sort of pseudo-servant stuff, right? Am I right? Because you are a little ambiguous, because we know that our Kama is, both, right? Right? Let's see. We'll have to see. Plus, the flower design, right? The purple hair.
Hey there, master. How you feeling? Did my cooking cheer you up? Oh, is that a clean plate I spy? I take it that means you liked it.
I'd hope so. My naan is delicious on its own. Adding cheese just makes it even better. Monster Hunter destroyed the naan with cheese market in Japan. You can't buy it anymore. Well, technically, I just recreated it in data, but hey, as long as it tastes right, that's all that matters. So even my best dish wasn't enough to improve your mood? It's not about mood, Lancer. I've just always been like this. My brothers always cheered up whenever they had my cooking. Even when we were banished, when we were going through tough times. Well, I'm not your sibling. Of course you're not, Master. Still, something doesn't seem right. I'm positive I can still find a way to cheer you up. I just know there's plenty of room for your mood to improve. Now, not that I have any real evidence of that. So, you're aware you're talking out of your ass. So, before I get to fighting, I'm gonna cook you up something guaranteed to cheer you up. I don't know much about you, but you're a perfectly strong hero, right? Why not just fight on your own without me? Right now, food takes precedence over fighting. I can't be satisfied with my cooking until I can at least cheer up my own master. I'm not so conceited as to think I'm the greatest chef in the world or anything. My siblings and everyone at the palace always loved my cooking, so I want to do them proud. What, were your heroic deeds all about food or something? Beats me. All I can tell you is that my cooking is just as much a part of who I am as anything else. Anyway, if my prized cheese naan still wasn't enough to put a smile on your face, then I'll just keep trying new dishes till we find something that does. They don't have enough materials. Well then, we'll just have to go get more. Go ahead. Come on, Master, you gotta come along. That's what Holy Grail's wars are all about, right? I'm completely useless. If we get into a fight, we're not going looking for a fight. I told you, we're just gonna go get more materials. For the time being, all I'm gonna focus on is cooking something that'll make you smile. That's my top priority. The war can wait. Now come on, Master. If you don't want to walk, I'll give you a piggyback ride. He's a good guy. He's a good chill dude. That damned battle-crazed buffoon. Even in this new world, he's still refusing to stay out of my way. I don't think these two are good friends. I think these two are kinda enemies. Yikes. Well, I think we got what? One more node? Two more nodes? Two more nodes. We got an actual battle going on here. Sure. I see a rider. What else? It's not lab fighting. It's probably just going to be a random opponent, right? Munch. It feels strange consuming material like this. So you say this is what you call flavor? I definitely don't dislike it, but how to put this? I believe the word you use for this is delicious. It's certainly increasing my happiness by quite a lot. You're right, delicious. Anyway, I didn't even know Keep updated the reanimate materials like this. I have no proof for this, but I think these new materials must have come into being after the System Grail War began. Keep has a new master and servant of their own. They're the ones keep making these materials. According to my calculations, it is likely their influence caused this change. What do you think? Yeah, that could be it. Hey, have there been any other changes in the world? Even just ones you've heard rumors about? Well, in terms of clear, unmistakable changes, the only other one that comes to mind is that builds Type Bs have been generally sluggish lately. Build. That's the area we think Castor's in. The cruel guy who tormented our Type Rs and stole their raniment. I wonder if this means he's treating his own build AIs that way. No, never mind. There's no point in worrying over much about other areas' AIs. We have our own work to focus on. First, we need to replenish our own supply of raniment. And we'll have to keep an eye out for Castor while we do it, and the other servants too, even more than we have been. I mean, the raniment we get from these meals is important too, but if we're gonna have any hope of putting up a decent fight, we'll need a lot more. Not only that, we need to replenish the supply faster than the other masters and servants can replenish theirs. Boy, we are having way more PTSD than I would have expected. Is it even possible against a cruel bastard like him? So, we're just gonna have to do the best we can. That said, you probably don't know what that entails, so come with me when you're done eating. We'll show you what it really takes to do the kinds of things repair does. Oh, yeah, sounds good. Oh, hi, Berserker. What's up? Hey, that's mine! I mean, I already got the Randyman I need, so I guess it's okay, but I was looking forward to savoring the last one. What's the big idea? I thought you said you weren't gonna eat. Buzz off, it just felt like it, okay? Can't fight on an empty stomach. Besides, the food's not responsible for who cooked it. Like they say, waste not, want not. And I'm gonna win this time. I have to, no matter what it takes. And to do that, I'm gonna need all the strength I can get. I refuse to lose that cowardly bastard again. Munch, munch, chomp, swallow. That wasn't nearly enough. But there's only so much we can get from eating. Come on, we need to get our hands on more Randyman stat. Why are you so fired up all of a sudden? You're kind of freaking me out. Well, I guess it's okay. We must have finally gotten through to him. Yes, I'm sure that's what it is. Yeah, I kind of doubt that's all there is to it. Okay, let's go give this our all. Although, in our case, it's a little hard to do that without any damaged AIs to repair. Of course, we don't want anyone to be damaged, so in general, we just have to wait for someone to show up, but... Request. We need help. A pack of malicious data has appeared on Repair's outskirts. A few of the Type Rs who first encountered them have suffered moderate damage. One Type D is currently doing her best to fend them off. Oh my, that's terrible. We better go to help them out. Come on. That's one way to get a bit of money. From both our sources and someone else. That must be them. I don't recognize some of those creatures, though. But I guess our job is the same as it was on our way back from Defend yesterday. Beat enemies, leave the AIs in our debt, forcing kindness on others, helping without asking permission, saving people whether they want it or not. That may well be a lovely kind of indulgence, a delicious depravity in its own right. And that's my specialty. Make sure you watch me closely, Master. You might find yourself wanting to end up the same way. Oh, and don't forget to praise me if I do a good job, okay? What? Sion, you don't trust her, but you're the one that I don't trust, you know? Nothing about her is coming off as, like, weird, whereas everything about, you know... Yeah, okay. Let's grab... Sure, guest comma, she might have some special stuff going on that makes us go, oh, how interesting. We'll also go back with this. Oh wait, which one was the one we were using? Was it this one? Yes. Sure, and... maybe we'll switch off to someone else here. I don't think there's anyone else who gets, like, boosts or anything. Is there anyone who has, like, a good... I mean, if we really wanted, we could... I mean, actually, well, I did finish you. I got you done. So maybe what we'll do is we'll switch you off just for someone else to get bond up with. I don't know, friggin' you. And we'll give you instead your special one, which is, where is it? That's Melusine. Which one's yours? Ah, right here, right? Attack and NP gain up for everyone on the field. That sounds lovely. And we'll use you, because I now know that your animation changes. Now, was that actually listed here? Deal additional heavy damage with overcharge. See, I thought it was just that it goes up with overcharge. I didn't know that you actually get more stuff with overcharge, right? So, oh, you're in a different stance, actually. I wonder if that'll actually lead to different animations. Sure, we'll check that out. Right, so we'll check that, see how that goes. Actually, wait, you're kind of not smart for this, because you're down. Yeah, no, I don't need to use you. Let's use... If this is alter ego stuff, I might as well use alter egos, just because they're fun to use here. So let's go with, sure, you could be really fun to play around with. I could see myself having a pretty fun time with moms screaming, right? You're red, right? Am I crazy? You are red, okay. And you're set to random. Perfect. Okay. Otherwise, we have our own Kami here just for some bond up after. But I am going to set you to... Where is it? It's under random ascension. Set. Because that's fun. I'll do that for... Again, I want to try to remember to put that on for all my servants just because it's fun to do. But I don't want to put it for all of them because there's some that I want to stick to one because the random could be bad. Okay, all right. Let's do this. What are we dealing with? They said they don't recognize them, so are these like new enemies? Or is it just like something that is being reused in a way where we're now like, oh, we haven't seen one of these for a while, you know? Let's see. Give us a lot of the cyber do stuff. Oh, it's, well, it's because we're fighting enemies from the extra stuff. Okay, so let's just deal with you, right? And that should be that. Thank you for your birthing. It's a conceptual birthing. Okay. Not a full... we can at least do this to do as much as we can with you. It should kill, honestly. Big crits here, yeah. Thank you. I think Kama 2 is my favorite of the three. I do. I think Kama 2 is my favorite. I think the other ones are... Well, the little girl's a little girl, and the other one is just a bit much. Oh yeah, that's a new animation he did there. The sword, the dragon dash. Okay, so this one actually uses the dragon. That's good, because I was like, this guy has a dragon and he doesn't even use it. Tiamat, let's clear this wave, right? Actually, do you have one that increases your attack here? NP gauge up, don't need that. Increase attack buster, attack, stun, curse. Sounds good. Let's go 1, 2, 3. Okay. Clear amount. At least a decent amount. Is that enough for them all? No. Okay, well, we'll leave one here. Okay. And we'll finish you with 1, 2, 3, because I want to get some stars from you. Yeah. Okay. So let's see. Okay, we got a couple ones here. So I'm going to pop this on you for more overcharge level because I want to see it. We're going to go attack up. We're going to go buster up. We're going to go... I don't need that. Let's go... So let's try this here. Let's go 1, 2, and then 3. Okay, let's see if you get... Because now you're going to have, what, overcharge level 3, right? So let's see if we can get, like, level 3 going to see if that has even more animation changes. Or if not, I don't know. I don't know. Let's see. Oh my god, this is such a waste, but whatever. Considering it's not showing a different animation. He looks like Gonkumon, right? He really resembles Gonkumon in that second form there, when he starts to glow. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I think it's a neat gimmick, right? We're at the point now where they're just starting to kind of give servants gimmicks that really make you... Oh, his crits are kind of crazy, actually. Yeah, wait, his crits go kind of bonkers. We're starting to see where they're starting to give servants, like every servant has like some little gimmick to them, I think it's really good, right? I think that it's really good to try and oh, and we can clear debuffs. Hell yeah. Yeah, I like this thing with the giving them all sorts of gimmicks, because it means that each one kind of matters more in different ways. Okay, yeah, his crits go kind of wild. Like, they're not super Orion, they're not Emiya, but they're pretty good. Yeah. All right. Got some bond up, some coins. You love to see it. Yeah, nice. Okay. So yeah, he only seems to... Maybe he has a crazy animation if you get to overcharge 5. I kind of doubt it. I feel like it's just, is there overcharge, you get the second hit? Which is not even that hard to get. Because if you need to, you could probably just use either another servant or even just... Isn't there overcharge on one of the skills for your Mystic Code? Probably. Okay, Berserker and... Is that Lancer? What are we dealing with? Yeah, thank you for the payment. This would seem an opportune moment to speak, Tanner. Do you not think there's something strange about her? About who? Kama. Since you two have a connection, there's no question of her being your servant. Even so, something about her seems... off to me. Do we know for sure that she's the same Kama from Caldia? What do you mean? I confess to a certain shame in admitting this is not something I cannot yet clearly articulate, but that it has been bothering me about her. None of the lines of thought I have thus far pursued have reached any actionable conclusions. However, it feels like she's more direct or forthcoming, less guarded than usual. Yeah, maybe it's because we went through a bunch of interludes with her already and she's gone through character development? I don't know. But really, what it all comes down to is that something is different about her, on the inside rather than the outside. For the life of me, I cannot shake that thought. Yeah, you think? I don't know if I can see it at all. Yes, I do. I do not have a clear answer yet, but there is something we are not yet seeing there. Whatever it is, it seems you have not found the answer yet either. She obeys your orders and her abilities remain unchanged, so for the moment, it is something simply to keep an eye on. But please keep that in mind when our key to winning this Holy Grail war, a war we absolutely must win, is also a significant unknown variable. A variable like that has the potential to throw all other expected parameters of a formula out of whack. Hey, what are you two talking about all by yourselves? I don't know why, but it's kind of pissing me off. No, wait. I do know why. Haven't you got something to say to me after all the raniment that got for all the raniment? Wait, after I got all that raniment for us? Great job, Kama. You did amazing. That was great, Kama. I'm glad you're here with me. I knew it. I broke through. Well, this turned out to be a good example of what we do here. Whenever someone's hurt, we rush right over and fix them up good as new. If the threat's still around, it's usually a good idea to contact the Type Ds and defend, but we need all the raniment we can get right now. Why share? In fact, think we can get anyone else in our debt? Hello, I have a transfer telegram from some Type Ds, a little ways away from here. I'm supposed to deliver it to the nearest group of capable fighters. A new threat has appeared at these coordinates. We are currently under attack by an enemy we do not recognize. It is not malicious data. Think it's a servant? I don't know. In the meantime, we'd better check it out. Tell us those coordinates, please. You got it. But you know, I was hoping I might get a little something extra as a reward for all this hard work. Huh? Alright, you want a tip, huh? Fine, here you go. Oh, no, you get one on the... Oh my god, are we gonna get to see all these Rannies slaughtered? And we recognize them like it's the red coat in Schindler's List? Bruh. These Chekhov's flowers, right? Perfect, these flowers are very trendy right now. Okay, let us be on our way. Be careful, we are almost certainly heading into more combat. Well, yeah, we saw the enemy markers, so... The hell are those things? Shadow servants? I don't know, but I'm pretty sure they're not AIs. They kind of look like servants, but I don't think they actually are. Hold on. Remember what DX, the prime AI of Defend, told us? She mentioned they had previously encountered forms of aggressive data which resembled human-shaped shadows. Maybe that is what these are? No? Looks like they want to throw down. Well, whatever they are, if they're going after AIs too, they ought to be a good way to rake in the raniment. Come on! The sooner we beat these things, the sooner we'll have more AIs in our debt. Alright. What classes do we have? We have Berserker and Caster, huh? Alright. In that case, right, we want to use some riders. Oh, frick. Whoa. Oh, shoot. Wait. Oh, I didn't even see that. Oh, dang. Heck yeah. Look at all these. Very nice. Anyways, grab ourselves a rider here. Not login. Let's go with, like, attack. Right. Or, actually, does someone have a more leveled up Duradhana? I don't think so. I'm not seeing any. There seems to not be. What about one here? Ooh. Gilly! I forgot about yours, bucko. That might actually be really nice. Alright, I forgot about this. Yes, that's a good one there. Maybe I'll just go back with my... Where's my cavalry killers here, right? There's single target, but if there's 3 single targets, I think it's probably better that we do that, right? Sure, except you know what? Because what's this here? This here is oh, yeah, sure, okay. Oh, wait, are you green? Are you green or blue? You're green. You're green with it. Okay, so, give you the... Is this one green? Quick effectiveness. Quick arts. No. This one's the good one. There we go. All right. Let's do this. I do want to level... I do need one more set of bond coins with you, because then I can more easily do the Ellie grinding, because I'm just under being able to have her pop her own Noble Phantasm right from turn 1. If I just get the extra 20%, because I think she gets up to like 80% right now. I think, at least. I have to check. If it ends up not being, it's also really sad, but... Oh, well. These are the types we're fighting right now. Okay. That's surprising. Well, what should we do? Just a regular combo to start? Sure. I should have got some more with her so that we could have got some more likes, but that's fine. Okay, likes there. Are you just normal? You seem to be. Okay. We can do a full combo with you. Okay. Let's go. I'm more scared of whatever you do. So we'll just do this. Okay. Give him a big old fistum. Just a giant explosion noise. And you're dead. There you go. Bro is slightly agitated. Yeah, these are unique animations. He's slashing and tentacles are appearing. This is a proper different NPC. That's crazy. Okay. Let's go 1, 2, 3. Okay. All right. Thank you. All right. We got like a full combo with you. Let's just finish this here. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Yep. I love this ability. I love this ability. It's so good. Well, we don't even need that. Nice. Good stuff. Okay. Thank you. Bazit is such a good servant. So good. One of those gimmicky characters that the gimmick is just really powerful. What the hell were those things? Blackhaze made it hard to tell, but they seemed familiar. Yeah, I definitely recognize those attacks. You'd think? It was over so quickly I could barely make out anything. Haha! I would like to examine the remains more closely. Would you help me, Ias? Yes, of course. Let's see, I think they were around here somewhere. Hey, Master. Got a sec? There's something we should talk about, and I'd like to keep it between us. Remember what I told you before about Sion? See, I'm more weird about Sion. Is she really the Sion we know? Don't you think she's a little too cool and collected? Hell, for all we know, she might actually have everything all figured out already, and she's just pretending to investigate. Yeah, no, I agree with you more. It's not just that she looks different. She's acting like a whole other person, too. I'm not saying we were ever great friends. We weren't. But I've seen her in the command room plenty of times. So I know she's an alchemist who loves her work to an almost irritating degree, and who's always cheerfully unfazed no matter what's going on, and always keeps herself at an arm's length from the rest of Caldia despite that cheerful act. And you can never tell what she's really thinking. I always suspected there was more to her than she was letting on. But if nothing else, she wasn't ever this sort of super serious, stick-up-her-own-ass scientist you usually expect. Think about it. Has she ever laughed out loud once since we got here? Seriousness is nothing new, but I guess she was more laid back before. Exactly. So I'm thinking maybe she's just pretending to be Sion. If you ask me, we should be a little more careful around her. What are you talking about? Oh, nothing. I was just surveying Master about what kind of love suits him best. You never know when someone might realize they have a very, very specific desire they need fulfilled. Nothing important then, as I calculated. Think we could be a little bit less formal with each other? You mean you want me to treat you two like friends? I mean, yeah, I guess I do, yeah. That will not be happening. I could never be your friend. I'm not qualified. What? Now let us talk about something more constructive. Unfortunately, I was not able to glean any useful information from these Shadows' remains. The only good news is that we were able to restock a bit, since they turned out to be data structures containing raniment. Data structures containing raniment? Isn't that... Yes. Given the structure of this world and its beings, this means they were similar to servants. However, they were not actually servants. We still face many unanswered questions, so we will need to keep investigating. That right. Well, I'll leave that to you. You do seem to know a lot more than I do, and in all kinds of areas. So, hey, if we're done here, why don't we head back? Good point. Excursions like this aren't the only way to collect raniment. There'll also be AIs bringing repair tasks to our base, like with the Master of Rider. Why don't we try contacting our base first and checking, especially since we don't want to waste time right now. We did a lot to improve security after what happened yesterday, so we should be able to reach them just fine. Hello? Do you read me? What is it? Don't tell me they're under attack again. No, it's not that. The base is fine. They also mentioned that no damaged AIs have come by. That might be changing soon, and in a big way. Actually, they said one of the transfer AIs delivered an official request for aid that said, large numbers of damaged AIs detected in Grow. We know we're in the middle of a system grail war, but if possible, please send help. Grow. That's where the Saber is, right? We haven't seen anything from them so far. It is as far as repair you can get. I guess. Grow is located on the opposite side of Defend. If nothing else, given its location, It seems it will probably not be a direct threat to us, but... The other area next to Grow is Keep, where Lancer is. Is this his doing? It's possible. Definitely possible. Keep's bound to need materials from Grow to do their cooking. Yeah, it's gotta be him. He's finally making his move. Wait, let's think about this. Maybe this is a good chance to go on the offensive. It's weird whenever I see myself. That soft-hearted assassins group and I just finished stocking up on raniment. The way I see it, the other AIs have time to request the other AIs have time to request aid means they still have resources to spare. Which means that Saber hasn't lost yet. In fact, they might be duking it out right this minute. If all goes well, it could be 3 against 1. If we strike now, we might even win. In fact, this could be our only chance. What is it, Berserker? Is something wrong? Wrong? Of course something's wrong. There are people out there who need help. And we have the means to provide that help. So isn't it incumbent upon us to do just that? Hang on, where'd that come from? Did you get hit in the head in the fight or something? No, nothing like that. I just couldn't live with myself if I ignored a request for help, that's all. Now, come on. Time's of the essence, right? We can't afford to waste any by heading back to our base first. So let's head straight to Grow from here. Hurry. Okay. There's definitely more to this than you're letting on. Alright then, while you're off playing hero, I think we'll take our time and solidify our own position. Oh, crap. What was that? Boy, we sure keep flashing back to this. There's a chance Caster's slaughtering more AIs. I can't ignore people who need help. Yeah, I figured this was coming. Just as I calculated. Oh, I mean, that's the spirit. Of course, I can expect no less from my chosen allies. You've earned some proper praise from yours truly. Great job. You know, for all his faults, I just can't bring myself to dislike him. I really can't. Alright, now that everything's settled, let's get going. Keep your guard up. Things are about to get serious. Whatever happens, we're gonna win. We have to. Okay, here we go. We have ourselves kind of the first, well, second incident of this Grail War. We're going to head on out to Grow, where we'll probably see Saber. And I'm going to assume the Sakura who we see in the trailer, which itself makes me have questions. Forbidden secret chamber, do not enter. What are these slashes representing? Are they folders? Like, oh god, the titles probably have deep meanings. We'll read these to remind ourselves what's going on next time, guys, as we continue on with some more Fate Grand Order. We'll see you then for that. Ciao. Yo.